Hey, Emo, you did actually beat the bot, that's true. But yes, I've not even checked audio levels and stuff. That's how quick you both of you are. Literally, I've not even done anything. You're both just bam. Straight away without me being ready. I shouldn't even be surprised at this stage. That's just common. Yeah, that definitely seems kind of wrong. I feel like you've watched longer than that. Who knows? I don't know. I feel like it's just being weird. Should actually check my audio is actually coming through. I've not even checked anything. That must be wrong. I don't know. I feel like it's wrong. My mic, yeah, my mic's on at least, so that's something. Whether or not it works, a different story. It's always fun when you don't know. It's always fun when you don't know you're gonna check, and then bam, you get all the adverts. Like, that's always part of the plan, isn't it? Yeah, that's totally a plan. Right, audio level checks the stuff. Yeah, fine, I can actually hear me, so that's fine. Right, chat now goes near. But yeah, that must be wrong number thing something. I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree wrong numbers. But who knows? Nobody knows. Weird things like that. Why do I not just move the keyboard closer to me? Like, that would make more sense. That would have made so much more sense to move the keyboard to me, but apparently I don't think like that. What is logic? There is no logic. But yeah, what were we on about? Yeah, it's the Eevee emote things again. So yeah, that's fun. That's what we're going to be doing today. Feels bad, nobody entered raffle. Well, they had a chance. That's how it works. There was a chance. Right, where am I going? I think that's everyone's setup, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Might be, might not be. We will never know. Right. So move the keyboard. I'm putting my audio down because that's like very loud for me. For no reason at all. Mic away. Yes, Megan, you did just miss a raffle. Mic away so I can actually see what I'm doing. Like, put it in the normal place, but that's the normal place for the game streams, not the art streams. So yeah, that was a slight issue there. Didn't plan that. Wrong mouse. There we go. Not that mouse. Oh, I don't have the avatars again. I'm very good at forgetting to bring up the avatars, so I'm going to start loading that now. Where's the button? There we go. That's them loading now, because I clearly always forget that they exist. Not that I forget they exist, just that I forget to actually load them. Great plan, that. Hey, you're actually awake early enough to catch... You are awake, Chronosode. How are you awake? That's a very valid question. How are you awake? What time even is it for you? But yeah, I am loading the little Pokemon guys because I always forget to do that. So yeah, 6 AM. That's too early. Why are you up this early? That's just like, what? Just what even is literally what I can say to that. Right, there we go. Those little guys are loading. You started work at 5. Ow. And you have a doctor's appointment at 2 and can't take... Okay. That's definitely a reason. Right, are the Pokemon popping up now? Yes, they are. There we go. Now there's a little Pokemon at the bottom again. All part of the plan. There we go. We're now back to normal with everything set up normally. Oh, you've blocked yourself in because I've got certain blocks to stop the big ones going certain places. And you just went over there. So I'll pick you over that. Right, where are we going? Heart, that's what we're doing. Because apparently I was doing a border on this, and I just decided, let's continue the border, because that's how I work. I'm just going to keep doing this. Can we turn off the stabilizer thing for now? That we should. But I hope your doctor's appointment goes well, and it's not anything too serious. I definitely say that. Because of its, yeah, words that my brain's like, doesn't understand right now. Whee. Thank you. I mean, like, I felt like I'd said it before, but then I'm like, I don't remember saying, I hope that it all goes well and I hope it's not serious. So I just say it again, because I don't remember what I say half the time. Because I'm never functioning. My brain never functions properly. Great English. 10 again. Again, didn't do that. You're barely functioning. I mean, it's 6 AM for you. You have a reason to barely function. I don't have an excuse. I went outside the line. I can't do that. That's not fun. That's not part of the deal. I'm not even doing like the main thing right now. I'm just doing the border. Even though there was no need for a border in the first place, I'm still going to make it look pretty. Like, that's just me right there. Like, it doesn't need a border, but I will give it one. Because that's just my mood. Well, I do. That's a good plan. Water, actually. So, yeah. There we go. Right. Keep seeing things pop up and it's like, what even? I genuinely keep thinking I'm going to go out the line, but at the same time it's like, nah, I'm good. Where's my chat thing gone? It's not even done anything. I just zoned out again completely. Like 10 out of 10, always zoning out. Don't even have the stream open to try and like make sure that my thing doesn't die, the bitrate thing, but it's like, I think I'm good with that one. I think we're good with that today. Remove all the dodgy layer. There we go. Hey, what am I doing? Did that click? Oh, it's loading. It's loading, yep, that makes sense. It does take quite a while to load. Definitely will do that. It's always fun when it's just like, I'm going to take years to load, and it's like, you do that then. I should have had that button on again. There we go. Right. I like I was being stuttery, like, don't be stuttery, little thing. Be like not as stuttery, please. I don't even know if it's like being stuttery on, like, not the stream, but the actual screen on that I'm using to draw. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, it's a mood. Like, that is a mood. It's just like, nah, not today, I'm not in the mood. And it's like, well, tough, you're doing it today. Like, that's what I'd be doing. Can't get that bit right, really? There we go. Was not having that kind of edge there. Right, there we go. Did I even list it in a stream art? I did. Like, that's the one other thing that I always end up forgetting is just actually the, what you call it, changing the stream information. Like, I always forget to do that, so I need to actually double check, which I just did. And for once I remembered. Like, I never remember, but for once I did. So that's good, that's a start. Although something's... Wow, it was quite a while before that dodgy bit went dodgy, so... That's a lot of undos. That's too thick. Blazing, how is he going? Sneaking in there, like I didn't notice you. Sneaking in doing raffles, yep. That makes perfect sense. Makes all the sense. Have you not already hit like 100k? Like what even? That's just too early in the month to have hit like 100k already, but who knows? Snow day, is it? I do have, it's not snowing, but there's still snow. I know that much. Hey, Emo stole a raffle from you last minute. You're bored, leave you alone. I mean, if you just want to spam raffles and get the joy out of raffles, you go do that. That's what we'll do. That'll work. You're in class. What class? Oh, it's the safeguarding thing, isn't it? That's what it'll be. You'll go back to... I mean, if I'm keeping you from your games, then you go do your games. No, it's English. Okay. At least it's not the safeguarding one, because those are just... Just nah. Just nah. I don't want to go back to that. Then you have no class for a week. Well, that's always good. That is always good. Whee. Don't know why I decided to like a spiral. Why not, really? If this is even what, there we go. I couldn't get it zoomed in on the right bit, like. Of course I would never be able to do that. Whee. There we go. Like I'm just drawing circles, like, sure, that's what we'll do today. Just draw circles. Like, that wasn't the whole plan, but circles will do. That's the plan that we're doing today, anyway. Went all in one. Hey, you won. That's definitely changing your losing streak. That's definitely what I'll say. You had like a, I don't know, 80% losing streak on those, so it's always good to actually finally not lose. That's definitely what I'll say. That is definitely what I will say. Whee. Just random circles, why not? How are the points things even doing? Nemo's 5th. Where's the top points thing? I can't remember the top points command. figure it out at some point. Even then, it's like second. That one, top points. Yep, that was it. Blazing like just there ahead. Cause yeah, why not? That's how it happens. And then Megan. Optic's actually decent there. But it could still go anyway, I guess, because we're still at the early of the month. I like how I always put it the early of the month. Like, that's not how it works. That's not the brain. That's not the big brain. That's just, well, even. And again, neither is me managing to do circles. They don't work. They just like skip half the side of it. Like, that's not part of the plan. Wrong mouse. I've got two mouse. Plural of computer mouse. Is it mouse or mice? Because technically it's like it's a computer mouse. It's not a complete mouse. That's a good point. It's a valid question. Hey, Emo, you're definitely going up the leaderboard today if you keep that up. Husband said it's mice, but I don't believe him. For computers, it's mouses. See, that's what I thought. I thought computers, it was different. And in my head, I'm like, would it be computer mice? I didn't think that, but definitely makes sense. Hey, Nuclear, how's it going? How does it be going? What was I even doing? Oh, is the shade meant to be on a different layer? Well, oops. That's just the background. That's not the shade. That's just the outline. That's not that. Okay, I missed a bit. Good, sat here with two laptops trying to transfer work data. That actually doesn't sound that bad. That sounds like it could be a lot worse. But at the same time, it depends how, like, quick the work data works and everything. Alright, you loading yet? There we go, it's loaded. Ah, there we go, right. Load, stop. Right, okay, cool. There we go, continue. What size were the rest of them's like white bits? They're like maybe like 8, apparently. 10, we'll see, why not? Yeah, it's definitely 8. Yeah, close enough. That'll do. Ah. There we go, right. Is it done loading? Yes, optics. Yes, optics, it do be. Why are you being stuttery? Like, that line just was like, nope. Oh, it's really struggling to. What is even open on this laptop that's making it do that? Okay, that can close. And it's just this. They be done today then. They be done potentially today then, yes. All going well, they will be done today. Okay, I like how you're just like, will they be done today? Give me them. But like, yeah. They hopefully should be done, like, probably today. If not today, then at some point, potentially weekend. Stuttery. Ah. Hey Gus, how's it going? There we go, right. Can it actually work this time? Yes, it is gonna work this time. It's going good. Well, I'm glad it's going good. Keep trying to like look up to see chat because I feel like I'm gonna miss something because I can't figure out like where to put the actual screen. That's a noise. I don't know what the noise was. Where's the thing? I appreciate the host optics. I need to change that noise. It's too similar to other noises. I need to like get used to noises and then I just fix them all to be like obvious to what they are. Now, I mean that's not quite how it works, optics. There we go. There we go, right. Like, I don't even know why I decided to just do the border. Like, the border was just part of like, oh yeah, why not, let's do it. Wasn't needed, but like, yeah, why not? As I've said, yeah, why not 27 times. My chair's too far away. There we go, that's better. So how would you upload them for review? Basically the same as like all your default other emotes. But then I think I have to resize them all to get them to be like the sizes that Twitch would actually take. Because that's definitely... Because Twitch has been weird with like how long they take and what sizes they even take now. They do have to be individuals. And yeah, that just means that I've got to crop them all out and put them all in like separate documents as well. It's easy enough. It just, for having them all together, it looks pretty, but it does cause more work for me. We definitely seem it, is what I'll say. Alright, okay. Let's stop it from having a moment. And hopefully it'll be quicker now, because I've stopped that bit. Ow. Alright, what am I doing? Color. I still don't get how you're not convinced. Possibly because I know that I want them. And I feel like if like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. I genuinely don't know what I'm trying to say with that. Right. There we go, that's decent colour. You want them, I want them. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Let's You and your compromises. And your bargaining and a haggling and all that. That's what this is. That's what this always is. You then have Discord pronunciation of Twitch. I mean... Technically, when they go on Etsy, a lot of people can probably have them for Twitch. Just whether or not they find them and buy them, pretty much. But I might put a limit for like only 5 people can. And I might just buy all 5. And then Optics can't have it. That's what I might do. Does defeat the purpose of me selling it though, because then I lose money because of Etsy fees. But who knows? I could still do that and be like, yeah, 5 of them are done. To be fair, people probably do buy their own stuff and like get fake reviews. That's probably what a lot of people do. And I just like, nah. I like how I heard someone in my head and I'm like, wait, where is it? Like I heard the start of an audio click play button, but it just didn't come and I'm like, wait, where is it? Because apparently the audio file has a slight stutter at the beginning, which I didn't know, but now I may. Who knows, it might just depend that my ears are playing up probably. You need them, well who knows. I know that I've also been looking at like Redbubble and stuff to try and do another side of it, because I can't be bothered like finding other sources to be able to like do printing and everything. Because for Etsy I'd have to find the printer and everything. So if I use like another source that can do all that for me, that might be a good thing. Just until I figure out more. And then I do need to do more like art prints as well, which is probably going to happen at some point. So that's definitely part of it. Stolen, who stole it? How did it stolen? Raffle, right at the last minute. Yep, that was a stolen raffle. And yes, optics. Take it, you need to catch up. I mean, true. Blazon's just... I don't even know. I don't know how you managed to get... Like, I do know how you managed to get that many, but at the same time, I don't know how you managed to get that many. Went all in and... That's one way to quickly lose all the points. That is one way to quickly lose all those points. Oh, what did I miss? I actually missed someone's chat. Watch me lose points. Oh, so you did give some sort of hint. Limit 1 on Etsy. I mean, I can't promise that I'm going to only have a limit of 1 on Etsy. They're out of stock for you. Is it still doing that out of stock thing? Really? Oh, it is. Right, how do I even fix that again? How did I fix that before? I'll try and do that at the side. Try and multitask, but we all know that I can't even single task. So this is going to go either way. Open browser source. I mean, wait, what? Refresh. I don't know how those things work. In OBS, is that a thing? Open said browser source. How do I actually like... Well, I've got the browser source. How do I do the thing? I'm in OBS. That's just confusing. Oh, there's something popped up. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. Refresh cache. I refreshed a cache. I don't know how you pronounce it. I refreshed that thing. That might be part of it. Potentially was part of it. Oh, so it is actually cache. Okay, cool. Well, I clicked the refresh that button. So that might be it. I don't know. Hey, I figured out how to fix it. Well, I was told how to fix it. There's a difference. Right. Let's save changes. What did I change? What did I change? I'm not saving. I don't want to change. I didn't. Did I change anything? No. Okay. There we go. Sorted. Need to refresh them. You finish. Do extra. Do it. Use schoolwork. I finish. Do extra. Do it all. Try and get a head start so you don't have to do as much schoolwork. That's a good shout. Just use that when you need to refresh. I mean, that makes sense. Instead of me having to go into like 27 different websites and stuff. Beck, where do you live in Scotland? Scotland. Tayside's as close as you're getting. Goose is an Espion. Goose is an Espion. That's very occurrent. No, we've got a dodgy corner. I'm not having a dodgy corner. Oh, Beck. Oh, what is it? What does it be? I know that you've got family in like quite a few areas. I know that much. That's as much as my brain knows. But yeah. Alright, smaller brush again. Ah, there we go. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm doing this. No, I don't want it like there actually. I've changed my mind where I want it. Sounds dumb, but like I will always change my mind last minute. Or whatever. Not quite. Undo that. Try again. That's always what happens. Right, what was I even doing? I can't even read chat. Why has chat disappeared? Gambling one. Hey! I keep clicking things and I can't read things. Like, it's never a good plan. Don't let me have control over things that require me to not ruin things. Because I'll just break everything. That's what happens. That's always what happens. There we go, alright. That works. That's the plan. That's a good plan. I like that plan. And then we're actually going to start getting on to drawing the Eevees. Because apparently I'm spending more time on the border than I am the Eevees, which is bad. Who knows? Breaking things is fun unless you need them. I mean, it's fun if you know how to fix whatever it is you broke as well. That's definitely part of it. A lot of the time, I don't know. I'll click a button and then be like, oh god, what have I done? And I have no idea how to fix it. But that's definitely something that I do. Too much. I do that way too much, not gonna lie. But yes, breaking things is fun. If you know how to fix it. Otherwise, it's then fun in the moment and then, oh no, you can't fix it. So I definitely agree with that. You break them, hand the broken thing to... I mean, okay, fair. It's fun if you can either fix it yourself or have someone who can fix it. That makes more sense then. That's what we'll go with. That's the finished decision on this. That's what we'll say. I like how it just, when I go like silent, it's like, oh, yeah, because I'm concentrating on a line. That's why I like try and have like most of the sketches done before streams. Because I know that I just go completely silent during the sketches. But even then, I think the Eevees I did on sketch. The Eevees I did on sketch. The sketches of the Eevees I did on stream. That's what I'm trying to say here. I can just not English, like... Why is the phone cable not charging? My phone isn't charging. I need to read chat. That's fun. Ah. There we go. There we go. Right. Did I mess it enough? No, I've not. Good. New layer, but I want the layers to be with the people. So here's that. That's just the Eevee one. So I put a new layer in here. It's then outline. In actual fact, I should get images up of them so I can kind of see where the colours are. So I can try and figure out colours better. So that's a good plan. In actual fact, move child to here and then I can see it. Oh, that was an ugly noise. I go into it. Colours Eevee's eyes anyway. They're kind of pink, but I'm not on the eyes anyway. What size for the outline do I think? Maybe 50. Sneak in more raffles in, I see. Oh, that's not blazing. I just saw raffle in the chat and I'm like, well, that's a sneaking in raffles. And it's not even blazing. Time to actually try and get the ears done. Try being the operative word here. Stop blaming me. I just saw a raffle blazing and I thought, oh, you've started a raffle. That's all it was. I wasn't blaming you. Emo, you're catching up. You may not have planned to be catching up, but you're catching up. Like, I was gonna wait to see if you noticed and then mention it, like, near the end blazing there. Because I did notice that it's like, that's spelled wrong. And I was gonna say, I wasn't just gonna let you suffer and make the mistake. I was gonna say. Ban, but go for it. Honestly, go for it. Ban me and stream just ends. That would be funny. To be honest, I think I did try that at some point for myself before. I was like, can I ban myself? And it just didn't work. I wanted to know what happened. And literally nothing happened. It was sad. I thought it would be like, stream just ends, cut, done, nothing more can be done. But no. Nothing happens. Sadly. It really should just end stream. But then I suppose the Twitch won't want people to give that power to the moderators, just end a stream. But at the same time, there's some people who would probably need that sort of power to be given to mods. Depending on their content. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. Who knows? Ow. Why is that squint? Like, what has gone wrong here? It should just be more fluffy. That's really what it is. I've not done the fluffy enough. That's better. Although it does kind of look like a beard. But now looking at Eevee, it does look like a beard anyway. Which now I can't look at Eevee the same. And now that I've seen it, you guys all have to see it too. Eevee's got a beard. And that's what's happening. Well, in actual fact, that's... yeah. I've now realised that that line just shouldn't. That line just shouldn't. It just shouldn't. Yes, Blazing, at least there's no arms today. I don't have to draw any arms. That'd definitely be true. Didn't I know, but I said arms. Because that's how it works. And now we're just getting spammed with aubergines. Nice. That's a giant wall of them. It was rude. That it was. But it's just so that I can actually read chat without it being just there. It means I can just read chat. You want your bird? What bird? I don't know. To be fair, it's probably a reference I don't get. You did it for the screen animation. Fair. I'll just turn off the screen animation. That's what I'll do. I'll do it. Don't make me. I will do it. I did say I'd do it. I mean, let me fix it then, because I don't know how to fix that. See, if I just like removed the whole source, and it was like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It would have been funny if I just removed the whole source. There you go. You had your one more, which just spammed. Of course I wouldn't get that angle right there either. There we go. Give me the button. Nope. Clean up the edges and then that's fine. Give me smaller. My days. Nah. Just want to get the line right. No. Nope. Slightly better. Well, let's just redo the line then. If I can't rub it out right, I'll just redo it right. which actually worked a lot better than trying to rub it out. Great plan. What was I doing? I don't even remember what I was doing in this. Just always going blank, not remembering things. Great plan. That did not work. I mean, it kind of did, but at the same time, it definitely didn't. It's not even close to what I'm trying to get. So I like just mirror slightly to try and get dots where Eevee's ears would be. Okay, that kind of was a dot, but in which case I'll put it here then. I'm gonna have one there. Not quite. There. Just to get where the start and finish is, because otherwise I'm just gonna get it completely wrong. That's better, that works. I'll work with that. That actually was a good plan. Somehow. Somehow that plan worked. Who knows how. Shouldn't have, but it did. So, work with it. There we go. And the tail. There did be the tail. Ah, there we go, right. Clean up this line and then that outline of Eevee seems done. Well, apart from the face and the other detail stuff. But yeah, pretty much. Getting there. Can I choose like an actual line for this? Because it is practically just straight lines. I can't, good. That's what we're doing. Because it's basically just straight lines. Yeah, that works. That what we do. And then this slightly smaller brush for like the tiny spiky bit. Which technically, yeah, I'm gonna need to get rid of a bit of the lines. So where's the rubber gone? There it is. Right. Ow. And then this line does the same. Yeah, pretty much. That definitely does work a lot better than it should. So that'd be good. And then we got the same kind of bit. Same at the other side pretty much. If my hand doesn't cramp whilst doing it, that's definitely fun. Ah, buttons just don't work. There we go. Yes. There we go. Right, okay. Where's the normal line now? The normal everything now. There we go. Five, maybe 7 for the face detail. Maybe. Because 10's probably a bit thick. Just a little bit thick. There we go. Now try and get the face done. That worked. Sneaking in more raffles blazing. This time I did check to make sure it was you, rather than just giving you the blame for it. I did check this time. Don't care, don't have feelings. Oofed. Just, I mean, that's fair. That's definitely accurate, that one. I'll definitely say that. Definitely accurate there. I was not ready for that reaction there. Just, whoa, they won for once. Now all they gotta do to catch up with you is get like 1,000,000 more wins. That's what it is. And I'm only saying 1,000,000 because I'm not doing the math for it. I'm just not doing that math. Don't want to. Maybe 1,500,000. Who knows? I'm not doing the math. That's all I know. That's all that's in it. That's like, I don't know, 20 raffles. Probably not. It's probably like 100. I don't know. I'm not counting it. I'm not counting. I can't count. I mean, I can, it's just not when I'm trying to do other things. It's not when I'm multitasking, that's when I can't count. It's like 32 raffles. See? Like, I did say like 20, but then I changed to like, it's probably like 100. So I was kind of close with that like 20. And then I changed my mind. So that's accurate. It's more than one, that's, I mean, pretty much. That's all I know as well. That was all the effort I was putting into trying to count it. It was just, it's definitely a few more than one. I knew that much. Ah, stop. There we go. Hey, a brain cell tried to make an attempt. I can work with that. Yep, brain cell tried. Brain cells try, but that's as far as it gets. The same when I've got multiple mouse, it's like, nah. Just nah. Try to get a somewhat Eevee color. That's somewhat Eevee color. Sounds dumb, but it's like a somewhat Eevee color. That's what I'm working with here. And then turn off that again. Love your art streams. Hey Sparkle, how's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I do be doing good. I hope you be doing good. I feel like this is Sienna? Like the color? Or is this like a person and I'm just sitting here with no idea what's going on? Which wouldn't be that surprising. Yeah, the Eevee color. I mean, I suppose it is pretty much close enough. At least anyway. My eyes are just like, it's brown. It's close enough to Eevee brown, it'll do. Rename your colors. It's just close enough to Eevee browns. That's all I know. That's all I ever know. My brain's like, I don't know. Yes, Blazing. What have I done this time? Pretty much all I can say. What have I done this time? You're already at... Okay, so what do you think's the maximum you can probably get then? Do I have to like put a maximum? I feel like if this is what's happening, I'll make it the dodgy Stream Elements raffle ticket thing. Rather than just the default who's got the most points, I'll do it as like a raffle ticket thing. Because that might make more sense and make it more like... I don't know. I don't know. Your goal was 170. Well, you've definitely probably done that. You've definitely probably done that. And if you've not managed to get that much, then I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Probably get it today. Probably, yeah. I'll have to put some sort of rules on the raffles. Like set a more cooldown on the actual... Set a longer cooldown on the how long it takes to trigger. That's what I'll probably have to do. That might actually be a good shout, try and like extend the cooldown on the timer. Because then you can't just sit and spam it, but at the same time, like... Yeah. You just do it because it gives you something to do while you wait on games. I mean, that's true. It does give you something to do whilst you're waiting on other things. I definitely feel that. Right, I know that Eevee's got like a dodgy thing here on the tail. So I want to try and get that somehow. And now I've got to try and like stay in that line. Well, at least now I've got the line, I can just go over it again in the main colour. That's a plan. That makes more sense. I mean, technically, we could also say that Blazon's had like. I'm pretty sure it is actually more than 2 wins now with the raffle thing. In terms of like the whole leaderboard part. Pretty sure it's more than 2 wins. Oh, I'm on about the whole end of the month raffle thing. Not just the ones. It's been like 2 or 3. I was thinking that, yeah. It's definitely been like 2 or 3. I guess I'll have to try and find it out, but at the same time, yeah. Don't know. I feel like it's something I should know. I should definitely know it, but I just don't. Shouldn't you know too? I mean, possibly. Possibly. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. It's all I can say. I don't know. I don't know. Just repeat, I don't know. That's what we'll do. There we go, right. Oh my day, yeah, literally all my days. Or I just can't even, or my brain's like, nah. That's what it is. Wee. From the jump catch game, I didn't know there was a star. And apparently my guy got it somehow. Did not know. You try and like figure out how I'm doing this bit. So remember words, if I remove the outline, that might be what helps. Ow. Ow. Okay, well, yeah, we'll work with this. Okay, I can undo that now. Maybe not zoom out as far as that, but sure. Of course I'd go over the line. Keep forgetting this isn't actually a layer below the other one, which would have made more sense, but I don't think logically, do I? No. Never. I don't ever think full stop half the time, to be fair. So that's another issue, I just don't think. Okay, we need white for the eyes, because that's how eyes work. That's how eyes work. That's literally where this is going right now. It's white for the eyes, because that's how eyes work. I mean, technically I've got it right. Technically. But at the same time, nah. What was I even doing? Here, that works. darker color of brown? Like pinkish brown, okay. I mean, I could just go like more pink and have pink eyes. Nah, it's definitely more brown than pink. Trying to get the actual eye color, like it's that. It is darker than the skin, so if I get the skin tone, well, fur tone, same thing. I'm trying to go darker than it. That would definitely make more sense than trying to do whatever I was trying to do. 'Cause I don't know what I was trying to do there. But this definitely makes more sense. Do it this way. Wee. I mean, I don't quite care about going over the line here. Purely because it's just the black in the center, I can easily fix that. If I go outside, like, into the other bit. Great English. Great plan. Here we go. Ah. The nose is quite, like, really dark brown. Mainly because I don't want to do black. Like, I don't want it to be black because that's maybe a bit dark, but I can easily change it if I need to. Whee. I might change that at some point. But right now I feel like it works. Tongue color. Yeah, that works. Let's work with that. Actually, maybe lighter. I don't know. I don't know colors. But I can easily change colors after. In actual fact, that does work. I need slightly darker. Slightly darker for the inside bit. There we go. That's not colored. That's not colored right. Okay, cool, got it. I knew there was something that was missing, because there's always something that I miss. This has to be darker. Slightly more orange-ish. So we'll work with that. Might need to be darker than that. Actually, if I've got the shading going in, then that's good for the base one. So that's not that bad. Can I have a bigger brush? I can. I'm just being dumb and not choosing to have a bigger brush. Or pen, or whatever you want to call it in this. That would definitely help being able to, like, not being able to, but just remembering to change brush sizes, like, at everything. That would definitely help me, but there is no memory, so... Okay, let's other ears, exact same. Because, yeah, that's just how it works. Ah, that's a bit of the black that I've not rubbed out right. That's what I was like, why is there a smudge? But it's like, it'll be the black that's not quite rubbed out. That's what it'll be. So I'll need to go to the black layer then. And just be like, nope. That's what I thought. I thought it was there. Yeah, where's Eevee gone? Here. That's pretty Eevee. I mean, it's fine when the color's back. That's definitely a good bit. Ow. If I can even get comfy, it's a good shout. There we go. Alright, okay. Darker version of that by like just slightly, because I tried not. Great English yet again. Can I just like remove everyone else, like all the other sketches? Because that's probably a good shout. So I can just focus on only Eevee. And even that means that the PC can actually manage it. Yeah, that's probably another good shout. Or not. Let's try that again then. There we go, it's loading now. I love how this just never loads right. It's a great plan. Okay, did I pick a slightly darker brown? Apparently I picked white. No, I picked the rubber, that's why. There we go, that's slightly darker brown. Not got that bit on, that's why it's slightly dodgy lines. Also dodgy lines because it's me doing it. That definitely helps. Definitely adds the dodgy lines for the fact that it's me doing it. There we go, right, better. I'll try and figure out how to get the ears done. That works. Hey, Optics, you back? How's it go? Tash, how's it going? Good morning. Didn't leave. I mean, I just blanked out half of it, to be honest. I just completely zoned out, to be honest, which is bad. I'm bad at doing that. Just chilled on Minecraft. I know that it's a typo, but I'm saying it is Minecraft. Because that's how I'm working today. Good, how are you? I be the good. I be the good. I'm glad you're the good. Yeah, Minecraft to me is now just Minecraft, if I remember. Because that's definitely a mood. It's one of those games that I've never played. Which is fun. Just never been like... Just never been drawn to it that much, I don't think. Don't know why, it just... Yeah, Minecraft just like... It just exists for me. I've not like put any thought into it, it's just there. And I'm like... If I play it, I play it. If I don't, I don't. I don't know. I think I remember like ages ago Minecraft was free, and that's probably why I'm like against it now, because like I remember when Minecraft was free. Either that or it was just like one type of Minecraft that was free. Like I definitely remember that. Whether or not I'm completely wrong is a completely different story. But yeah. Who knows? Right. But yeah, Minecraft's one of those that I've just never really like been that into. Like it just like, as I've said, it's just a game that exists. It's not one that I completely don't understand. Like I would, like with Call of Duty and stuff, it's like nah, I'm good, thanks. Because I know that I just wouldn't be able to play them. I wouldn't have the attention span for it. But like Minecraft, like I probably would. It's just I've not put the time into it to begin with to try and like get used to it or whatever. So that's probably part of the reason that it's just not played it. And I'm just like havering on about random excuses. Practically. Oh, is that eye colour gonna... I mean, I can just do it carefully. Then it won't get in the eye. Yeah, fine, just don't mess about the eye. Simple. I thought I had the wrong, like, not the wrong colour, but the wrong... It would draw over it. Can it actually draw over it? No, it doesn't, because it's a completely different layer. I completely forgot that. Of course I'd forget that. Why would I not? Ah. Okay, let's try and smooth that out a little bit, because we had a bit of a mess. That works. I like him, he's kind of cute. He's a cute little Eevee. Where's my mouth gone? There it is. Ow. But yeah. Okay, so what am I doing? That colour now. So where's the colour picker? Because we need slightly darker of that. To bring back Eevee's outline. And then I'm going to start doing the dark bits of this. Yeah, that colour works. Just gotta try and line it up here now. There we go, that's lined up. It'd be an Eevee. Okay, try and get like a little bit of shadow around that. Because its little mouth's open. That's maybe a bit much shadow there. Maybe just a little bit much, but then it would be. But it wouldn't be because the fluff's out. I like how I'm just conflicting with myself right now. My head's like, it would, but it wouldn't. Like, that's typical. My head's like, it doesn't make sense of itself. But who knows? It be a Chloe. How does it be going? How is the you? How does be the you? You is the good. I am glad you is the good. I be the glad you's the good. I be the good too. That kind of worked. Just try and smooth it out here. Yeah, that. Yeah. Just, yeah. Because my brain's like, nah. My brain really is like, nah today. Like always, apparently. But who knows? Ah. There we go. That line, nah. Line's a bit dodgy. Line a bit dodgy. Dodgy lines. Hey, what was I even doing? I was on the Eevee. I just completely zone out. Like, it's never part of the plan. It's just like, what did I do? It's like, it would help if I actually remembered what I was doing half the time. But I just, like, I know that I'm drawing, but I keep forgetting, like, what bit I'm on and stuff. Which is always big brain plan. Always big brain plan. Nope, that just completely didn't. And again, nope. Okay, like if I can try and get this to work this time. Yes. That's closer to what I would want. And just try and get this one to do similar. Yeah, that worked. Worked better than it should have, but I'll take it. Ow, ow. Oh god, what have I clicked? What have I managed to click on now? Oh. Alright, I might have fixed it. Always clicking the wrong bit. Just bring this screen to me, and then that way I don't have to like lean over. That's a good plan. Then I can just have it here. I should have been doing that since the beginning, to be fair. Would have made my life easier, but when do I ever think logically like that? I don't actually. Where's chat gone? Like, can I read that from here? I can just. Good. I like how it's like, can I read it from here? I can. Good. That's the big brain. should have put some sort of shading on that, but I might have to go back and do that now. Now that I've remembered that I should have put shading on it, I'm going to have to go back. Because that's going to bug me if I don't. It's totally going to bug me if I don't. There we go. Right, so what was the layer that I wanted to go back on? Colour. Because it's a bit... Nope, not that. I bet that I want to go back and add some more shade to. Definitely makes sense to add shade there. If it loads. Is that it loaded? Is it? Not quite. Now it has. There we go. Right, get the colour. There, and then it's in here. Oh, I didn't even do any of that bit. Terrible me. Missing bits. So it needs like a little bit around here. The tiniest bit around here. Well, I know that's probably not going to be seen, but at the same time it's like, to me, I know it's there. I need to do that bit, otherwise it's just not going to look right to me. And that's just how bad my brain is. It's like, doesn't look right, fix it. It's like, but it does look okay. So that's not the point. There's a difference between okay and good. I don't want it just to be okay. I'd rather it be good. Well, I'd rather be like more than good, but at the same time, like, it's okay with good. There we go. Yeah, it looks better to me already, even though it's not done much. Like, literally nothing changed. But I still needed to do that. But yeah, it still needed to happen. Okay, what does this be do? Oh yeah, same at this side again. Oh, that's the bit that needs the thinner bit. This is the one that needs the thicker one. That's what it is. So my brain's really not with it today, which is fun. My brain's never with it, to be fair. There we go, right. Continue. I did that. Didn't quite line up there. There be a bacon. Hello, bacon. How does it be go? How is your work going? Is probably the normal question I should ask you. I believe. That's what I totally should ask. Just, how is your work? That's one way to put it. That's a nice, easy answer. To be fair, I should have seen that answer coming, but was not expecting it. Totally should have been expecting that answer, though. Well, I hope it's not too bad, but because you said that, I mean, who knows? Well, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Because I'm on the wrong layer. Of course I am. Megan, you're still awake? I thought you fell asleep. But how are you going then? What time is it? At like... I can't tell in my brain whether it's 2 AM or 4 AM for you. Like 2:30 or 4:30. I hope it's probably 2:30 because 4:30 is a lot worse. Because my brain can just never remember time zones anyway. My brain's terrible at time zones. It really is terrible at time zones. Ow. No, you're playing Destiny 2 with Elite. I mean, that makes sense. That also explains. I kind of thought you would have fallen asleep, but that is another answer that works. It's only 2:30. Well, I always remember that you're like an hour in front or an hour behind of me. But my brain can never remember if it's in front or behind. It only remembers that there is an hour gap. Not like what side, which is really annoying because when my brain's like, yeah, just doesn't process what side the gap's at, which is annoying. Yeah, 2:30, it's not that bad. As long as you don't have to get up early tomorrow. That's definitely something. Started yawning, so you're gonna lay down, that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, I've been yawning for ages. I always yawn. Not gonna lie. Now that we're yawning, now we've mentioned yawning, I'm already starting to yawn. So that's definitely part of the plan. You don't. A wild elite doobie here. How is Destiny going? Seeing as I can now just do that and look like a weirdo knowing that you were doing Destiny. You still... Yeah, I noticed. And that's why I'm asking straight away, how's your Destiny gone? How did Destiny go? Did you win or however Destiny works? I don't know how Destiny works. Does Destiny work with wins? Is it like team games or a story game? I've never processed that. I've never known that. I just know that it's a shooter game. That's all I know. Hopefully learn more. Makes sense. You're probably better at helping people learn games more than me. About the game. Fair. Makes sense. Ah. We'll go right here and then like try and smooth the line. There we go. There we go. Try and get that line right and it just wasn't. It just wasn't. No, that just didn't. There we go, that kind of worked. Ah, why did it go over there? Plus she learned a lot more than she did with her brother. That makes sense. It does do that. And here's Bacon again with sound alerts. It's be another wild bacon. I'm glad I fixed the sound alerts though. You're about to say you pretty much agreed that he needs his butt kicked. I mean, that makes sense. That does make sense. You have permission. You. I mean, that's one way to put it. Right, aye. To end? What have I completely missed there? To end. I feel like I've just completely missed something, but I know I haven't. One tooth. Of course you'd sneak in at the right moment to do that, Bacon. Like, you always sneak in near the end. And like, one tooth. It's like, fair. I'll do it in a bit. I'll try remember. Yeah, Mortal Kombat fatality thing. I did forget that was a... I didn't forget that was a thing, I just forgot that was where the reference was. If you're up early enough, could you help you set up the tickets thing? The raffle thing, yeah, sure. I can help sort that out. If that's what it is. Raffle. Yeah, raffle's easy enough. If it is the tickets, I still need to figure that side out. I still need to figure out how to get the raffles set to tickets, because that I feel like I might go and use that way. Because yeah, it's for the giveaway. Yeah, it makes sense. Where's my mouse gone? Here. Mirror bet got you either way. I mean, pretty much, yeah. I'll if I don't know it, then I'll try and figure it out. But if I do, then that makes things easier. Okay, right. New layer. Where's white? Because it's just the white bit now. How do I normally do eyes? How do I normally do eyes? 10 out of 10 English again. Although that was a good English, it just didn't. Words. You got half of the pops to last until June. Fair. That'd be a good plan. Alright. This is me just trying to get these things to work. And Bacon's still testing sound alerts to make sure they work. Let's just make you like a personal sound alert tester, Bacon. That's what I should do. That's what you should be. I think I want to move this one. You only points to... I mean, that's true. I'll need to give you the points. I don't know how to give actual channel points. Is that something you can do? You can give channel points? I don't know. Not even your VIP. Oofed. I don't think I actually use the VIP thing. Because I've never, like, processed what it would even do. Like, I've not figured out why it exists. I've not seen, like, a use to it because I don't know how it exists, like, what it does. Feel special even more. Fair enough. Tail needs a little bit tidied up. I mean, I don't remember whose mod I'm in. I just noticed that if I have a sword or if I see someone, I'm like, let's just try and deal with it. Because I don't remember who I'm modding and who I'm not. And it's just like, if I see someone that I feel like a bot, I automatically try and be like, can I ban them? And it's like, nah. You're my stream mod. I don't know. I just don't process like who I'm modding. I just know that I'm there. Why do you keep messing people's ads up? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Elite, you've just not been live in ages, so that explains why my brain's like not remembering it. Okay, what's the next one meant to be? Vaporeon, is it? Yes, it is apparently. Actually, I'm not quite done with Eevee yet, am I? I'm not. It's bugging me how my phone's having like some pure white and then some like slightly grayed out messages, and I'm like, what? Oh, what was I even doing? Oh yeah, this. If I get the Eevee, not the Eevee sketch. Where's Eevee sketch? He's meant to be high. That makes sense. Yeet, yes, optics. It would be a yeet. But that pops up. Oh, now I need to faff about figuring out what font I want. What does that font look like? That's what I'll do. That's the plan. Minecraft. Yeah, pretty much Minecraft. Be right back. That's all good. If this is a runaway, if you just try to run away, I accept it. Just going to sleep and running away, that's all good. Now, how big did that go? Font's decent. Not sized right, though. So if I try and make it bigger. Ow. Great English there, Elite. That's all I can say. That's just great English. I don't even know what you're trying to say there. Oh, that's massive. That's definitely a bit too big, that now. Looks like you headbutted your keyboard. It really does look like you headbutted your keyboard there. I'm not gonna lie, it's like very much headbutt keyboard material right there. That's about the right size now. Maybe not even. You're still on Minecraft. And if I just remove the back layer that's white, will I actually be able to see this? She kept it. Makes sense. Yeah, she'll have a nap. That's what it is. Okay, I should actually put the background, not the background. The thing. You're on Minecraft. Optics do be on Minecraft. Oh wait, no, Minecraft. It's what we said it was, wasn't it? See, there's me just forgetting what we called it. Right, how's the outline doing? Let's see. Yeah, that's a Minecraft. That's what it is. Because we just completely forget. Okay. 20 might actually work for that. And then we can just still faff about with the text again. Is it already bold? It's not bold. And how do I sort the line thing? Line height. I can sort the line height. That's good. That's what I was trying to figure out. Maybe 85 then. Ah. Elite. Maybe best not to question that. Alright, what am I doing? Laptop's dying, let me get the charger. Our stream will just die. Ow. Ah, that makes sense. Ah. Falling off stream to get a cable. Well, that do make sense. Alright. Continue. Is that the height? No, okay, that works. Color, can I change the font? Ah. That color might work. I'm trying to think if it would. Try and keep it somewhat consistent. Just wait on this updating. That does work actually. There we go, there's Eevee. So if we move the vector layer back down. What time stream end? I don't fully know. It's basically the easiest way for me to say that. I don't know. To be fair, I did expect to be a lot further through these by now. So I genuinely don't know. You need to steal me. I mean, if you want to DM me, I'll try and multitask. But if it's something that I just can't multitask, then I'll do it later, basically. You'd lay here for a minute to realise you would never get anyone like Corpse. Fair enough. Trying to get trident. Trying to get a trident. I can't English. I really can't. Especially not today, apparently. Right, Vaporeon sketch is there. So there was no word, but there was bubbles. That's easy enough. That we can do. Let me just get an image of Vaporeon up so I can actually see the colours and stuff. Because that's fun. Need a VC so you'll wait. I mean, that makes sense. We'll figure it out later. Where's the Eevee's gone? Where's Vaporeon? I'll just get a banner of like all of them. That would make more sense than trying to do it one by one. Trying to get the colours one by one. That means no. I mean, literally, that's why I'll just be like, I'll do it later then. Because I did put the mature rating on yesterday and then removed it again today. Because that was, it's easier doing it that way than not. Let me just try and process how Vaporeon works. Okay, I see. Okay. If I just like actually remove all of Eevee's layers now, because I can, Just need to help me figure out Twitch stuff. That makes sense. I can vaguely figure out what it is then. Right, actually I need the Eevee's sketch. Not sketch, Eevee's outline. So I can try to figure out what brush sizes I used. That must be 15 for the main outline. Yep, cool. See you in general VC in yours. Fair enough. That might be a bit later though. So I'll try and figure this out. Okay, so main head can be that shape in the main body. That makes sense. Okay. Vaporeon sketch, but I need a new layer. Say 7 PM. I mean, I could probably do it earlier, but that's a decent time probably. What am I doing? Vaporeon, so it's Vapor. I'm not calling it the whole thing. Outline, that'll do. Why did... Oh, because I'm on rubber. Makes sense. Right, so it was 15. Proceeds to go down to 5. There we go. What colour is that? Ah, because I've got it over there. Makes sense. Right, what was I doing? 15 outline, black, not white. There we go. Like, I don't mind going under the line, basically. Because in that sense what I'm on about. Like, I don't mind going off the line in that sense. Because it makes sense. Because I can just crop it when it's finished, so that's fine. Or I could technically rub it out, but at the same time it's like, I don't mind that it's over. Out of its box. Like, it needs to be inside its own lines, but it can go out of the box, that's all fine. Vaporeon's weird. I like I'm just like, Vaporeon's weird. Because it is. It's practically a fish. Well, it looks like a fish even. Well, it's kind of more a mermaid. In a sense. Oh, of course my image of Vaporeon doesn't have a tail. So I can't figure out the tail. There we go, that one does. So we'll use that one then. Because my sketch just has not done the tail anything here. Minecraft. Yep, Minecraft. I like how that's now just become a thing that you're just going to come into my stream and just say. That's literally what this is. You're just always going to be like, Minecraft. No. Okay. Yep, makes sense. I kind of thought you would. Meh, sleep. I mean, sleep is good. Technically, sleep would be nice. I definitely agree with that. Especially right now, I could use sleep. I could always use sleep, to be fair. I could just... If I could just become like... If I could just hibernate, that'd be good. That'd be a mood that I would just work with. Hibernation. But humans can't hibernate. Such chill music. I mean, with the art streams, I try and have like really lo-fi things. So yeah, I do try and have chill music. And I try not to be like too loud over it. I do try. But yeah. I do try with the chill music. Ah, there we go, right. Ah. It's when a line just goes wrong and I'm like, oh god, no. Oh god, what we guess in optics? Oh, it's not optics express that, it was elite. It's because you're both the same colour. My brain doesn't differentiate it. You're both the same colour on Twitch for me. My brain's like, wait, what? Rude. It is rude. It was rude. Very rude. My brain just can't read colours. I mean, true, Elite is a sweaty Overwatch player. That's definitely true. Right. Thinner brush, so maybe like 10 now. To get the frill thing. And the ears. Well, not the ears, but those things that I can't think of what I'm saying. But yeah. What am I doing? Go crazy. No. We're not doing that again. For a bit, got a snipe by me. I mean, like, that's because you can snipe. I just can't snipe Elite. Never have been able, never will be. I'm better with, like, getting up close and being annoying. Rather than being annoying from a distance. That's just how I work. Good teacher. I mean, I just can't snipe. My brain just can't do it. Because it requires me to, like, read, like, follow people's movements, and it's just like, nah. Oh god, what have I clicked? I clicked something. No, I didn't. Beck me, I mean, you've got the clip somewhere, I think, don't you? Oh, you're on about, like, in chat? I mean, I think links are allowed. So go for it, because I'm pretty sure it's my death one if I'm thinking. It'll be the one where I just died. That works, so can't look for a bit of fair. Lines. Work for Overwatch. When you save them. I can't even, my brain just can't even read that there. I'm not gonna lie. My brain's like, wait, what? I thought you saved it, or you figured out how to save it. Goes to capture gallery for PS. Yeah, that's what I thought. You'll see it. What am I seeing? Work for Overwatch when you save them. How does I don't know how highlights work. I've never figured out how highlights work. The only way that I know how to save them is to get them, like, through the capture card and completely just record it. Because I've never figured out how to do it the normal way and then transfer it. You'll upload it to YouTube and save to your phone. I mean, that makes sense. But I've just never figured out how to, like, do all that sort of thing. It was like, oh, it was a great play of the game. I have absolutely no idea how to save them. All I know is just, like, capture card it. That's all I know. But it works, so. I was a YouTube creator. I mean, that's true. I just don't understand these things. I appreciate the lurk. I hope work goes well. Right, where's the lines? Because there's these lines now as well. That I'll just do because makes sense. Still am, but lose mojo. Fair, I feel that. I do feel that. There we go. Need to get mojo back uploading. I mean, I need to, like, upload, like, all of my VODs to YouTube. I've just not got around to doing it. And I feel like it's just gonna be, like, so much internet usage to put them all up. Same for you, need to get back into streaming. I just need to get into, like, a better schedule of doing everything. And keeping track of everything as well. But that's where my issue is. Because I think TikTok, I'm trying to move it more. Oh my, but I think TikTok, I'm trying to move it more of, like, just art stuff rather than streaming stuff. Because just now it is, most of my socials are just, oh, I'm live, come hang out. It's like, that does nothing. I've got to try and get like different communities on each of the platforms before I can do the I'm live. So that's what I'm trying to do with most of them then. Right, how highest was the brush for the face? 5, okay. So that's definitely my logic with that. New instant Twitter post could be in play. I mean, could be. Even in YouTube, but who knows? Who knows? I know that I probably need to try and like figure out editing and stuff for YouTube, but I've just not. And I probably won't ever figure that out. Like, I used to know a lot of editing stuff, I just kind of stopped. And I've not gone like back into it, which is the issue. And even then I wouldn't need that much editing stuff. I mean, that's true, I've seen what you can do with your phone and everything else. But even then, I think most of the time I've just never like went and dealt with the software, because half the time I need to buy it and it's like, nah, I'm out. As soon as it's subscriptions, I'm like, nah. I'd rather have like one software that I just bought and it does it all, rather than have like 27 subscriptions. Because that's definitely what I've seen. See how far you can go. I mean, pretty much, yeah. Yes, is it optics? You want Minecraft? Outlet your travel to what? What are we traveling? Minecraft, yep, Minecraft. I like how that's just what this stream is for you. There we go, right. We gonna rip his You what? Oh, you don't want my PC, it's a potato anyway. It struggles with doing this. And if it struggles with doing art, then it's like, nah. For video editing, that would just not, it would die. It would just die. You can make it work. I mean, true. But yeah, it very much is a potato optics. You know it by now. It's always potato. Your phone's probably more powerful at video editing than my computer. I've got to think that one. Like, that's literally where that is. The use console, that's true. Ah, that line didn't work. Bruh. Just bruh. There we go. Right, what was I doing? Lines. I feel like recently, because I've kind of changed my style slightly, I definitely take a lot longer. Because I didn't think that would be it. Most frequent chatterback. I mean, possibly, yes. Quite probably. Who is? By the looks of it, probably you just now anyway. Although, to be honest, it'll be the raffle bot. It'll be Stream Elements. He chats quite a lot. That's who it'll be. Is there a way to see? Honestly, there probably is a way, but I don't know how to see. I don't know how to do that. I know there is probably a algorithm thing to see all that, but yeah. Do you have a drawing pen? I mean, normally I'd use the graphics tablet, but today I am basically using my old laptop that has a touchscreen. So I'm just using this pen if I can try and figure out how to actually see it on the camera. Bear with. Just using like a default stylus pen for phones and everything. Like normally I would use that, but this one it's actually a screen now, so I'm slightly better, I think. I think anyway, it just makes it easier. And it's more portable than me having to do it on the computer. But it does mean I have to rig the laptop through a capture card to get it to work here. That's the other issue. Oh, guess what? What are we guessing? What we be guessing? You're revamping your entire room. I mean, that's mood. That's a mood. That is a mood. What you be what you be revamping it to? Like what you revamping it to, like be able to do and stuff. That didn't even come out English. There we go. That's the outline. New layout makes sense. Give me a new layer, please. Thank you. That did not work at all, did it? No, that managed to go on a crop. More furniture, fair. More streams. That's probably a good thing for you, actually. Ah. Bear with. I need to try and fix this before my thing breaks it. It's on crop mode, and I didn't want that. You remember your setup? I remember your setup's basically just a PlayStation and your phone. That's what I do remember. Paint layer 4. There we go. Paper color. Okay. Coffee table for P, TV, and PS. That was what it was, yeah. Okay. And then your bed and other stuff. Yeah. I remember this. And the color needs to go above that line. Oh, you mentioned those chairs. That's what it was. I remember that bit. I do remember that bit now. Okay, I need a dark-ish blue. It practically gave me the right blue. So Vaporeon's got like a kind of weird thing on its head like this. Which I never knew. Until today, apparently. And then that goes away to the ear. That makes sense. And that goes all the way to there. Yeah, that's Vaporeon's head. That's how it works. That's how a Vaporeon's head works. I've maybe not got the spikes as spiky as they should be, but it does work. And also this line. I'm going to go back on the outline and fix that because it should be more rounded. I think. Definitely should be more rounded. So where's that line? It's meant to be a 15 there, isn't it? There we go. And then go back to the black. Because then it can be more like the rounded, and then it's more like that. Which works better. Definitely looks a lot better now. Okay. Am I on the color layer now? Yes, I am. Good. Turn off that. Guess how much your basket looking at? Very much. Too much. All the much. That's all I can think. Just way too much. Just way too much, probably. Always too much, probably. There we go. Okay, I should actually try and get this bit done without going over the line. Because that's the bit I need to try not go over a line. Ow. Nah, close. I feel like I'm just always like getting really close to going over a line, which is never fun. But who knows? But I think your basket's definitely looking like a too much basket. That's what I think it'd be. A too much basket. There we go. There, yep, there we go. Okay, now we can just do all the line. Because I've done most of it now, that's good. Like, couldn't they have just kept it one color and not had a change? Like, I could have done a dark line there, but at the same time, I don't feel like it would look the best. So it's better to try and not. To me, anyway, that's just how my brain sees it. Hey. It's actually looking decent now. He's getting there. Let's now just get the other blue. Just kind of more greenish blue. So we go to like here. Go lighter. It's about that. About there. So we remove that. And then select that. It should actually, I might need to remove the sketch for that. Which we don't entirely need the sketch there anyway now. So I can click it again and the sketch doesn't need to be there. I'll get the outline back and now we can go ahead and do this color. Actually that didn't work, did it? If I remove that, there's a gap. There be a gap, can't have a gap. Cannot be having that gap. Although I can easily fix the gap at the end, so I don't mind. There's a gap now that I've figured out I can fix it at the end. I don't think logically with this sort of thing. I just think, oh, let's fix the gap now, even though it's like, I could just wait and then fix it. So I'll just fix it after. No, I actually went downstairs and forgot why you did. I do that. Like, I just go into a room and it's like, why am I here? Got distracted. Yeah, I don't know if I get distracted. I just go in a room and then I have no memory of why I went in the room. Like, I had some sort of reason to go in the room, and then as soon as I'm in the room, it's like, why did I even go here? It's very much, why did I do that? So it's just, yeah. There's no reason for it, it just happens. You got chocolate. Well, that's always good. What kind of chocolate? What kind of chocolate you get? Wow. I like how I'm now starting to get cramp in my arm. Milk chocolate with a milky filling. Forever. The forever rivers. If you're cold, get a blanket or something. That's my mood with the cold. Agent, how's it going? I've not seen you in ages. You doing good? You have a blanket. Well, get another blanket. Never. I mean, that's how long you've been missing. Because that was a while ago. Many things have changed. Not really, but they have. That's effort. I mean, it is effort to go and get another blanket. That's fair. That is fair. I definitely feel that. It's always effort. You'll probably be back streaming soon. That's good. I know that you just like completely disappeared for ages and it's like, no. But yeah, it's always good to hear that people are coming back. Bacon with the wows still. I mean, that's just your excuse to not say lurk. You should be like, I'll just press this button and then that's me lurking. You made a return yourself. I mean, you did make a return, actually. Are the wows just a bacon lurk? Is that what this is? I'll accept that. I will accept that the wows are a bacon lurk. I like how you never seem to want to win, but it's like you always tend to get them when you don't want them. School and work kept you busy, but work is too stressful and you're only working a day or two a week. So you need to figure out a home income now. That's fair. I feel that. Oh, I didn't think actually the tier color compared to the blue. I didn't think that through. I've not even done a nose. I've not even done the nose. So is there a nose on the sketch? And I've just not transferred it over. There was a nose on the sketch and I didn't. Yep, literally optics. Where is the nose? Where's that going? Alright, there we go. 5, yes it is. And then black again. And I also need to put it on the smooth thing again. So many things. Minecraft, is that what we're on about optics? I should make that just like a sound alert command thing just for you optics. Just Minecraft. Your real name isn't Becca, is it? I mean, no it's not. But people, when they have different names on the internet, then it's like... Yeah. You lied to your whole life is a lie. Your whole life is a lie because I didn't have my real name. That makes sense. I apologize for lying to you. You would legally change to delete, no joke. To be fair, I don't know. Because does stuff is that what it is then? Yeah, that's totally what it was. That's totally what it is. I don't even know what we're on about anymore. But yeah, there we go. That's what it is. Rather elite than your actual name. Fair. What does Becdoesstuff stand for? I mean, the does stuff's pretty simple. Beck does stuff. Then the Beck's just like an online name. Pretty much. That's, end of the day, that's all it is. It's just that simple. I don't know why, I think it's because even then I had plans to like do so many different things. And I had quite a few different accounts set up. I was like, why don't we just rebrand stuff that's Beck? I mean, nah. I don't know. Rebrand to Beck is I. I don't know. I don't think like I wanted something that I wouldn't have to rebrand if like I changed whatever it was that I was doing. So yeah, that kind of worked for me. So I just stuck with one that, even if like I was to rebrand something, I don't need to change the name. That was like one of the other things. I didn't want to like have to change everything if I have to rebrand. So I was like, what can be there and then stick and then never have to be changed? And that was one of them. Is that greenish yellow? Great, fun. It's kind of like, I don't know, is it green? Is it yellow? I don't know. Rebrand, sign the deal. I mean, nah. I don't need to do a rebrand. There's no need for it. Try to find Vaporeon's ear color. It's more yellow than green. Okay. So I need like a really light yellow, like a really pale white yellow, because it's not quite yellow, it's more like cream. So it's a weird colours. I feel like I mean, hopefully it's not that much that you've done, I don't know. Know the feeling. True, I guess. I don't know. I don't know any of these things. That's definitely the yellow. Citron, by the way. It'd be cute Eevees because I want them. And I felt like it. So it's all the Eevees. Well, there will be all the Eevees, but not yet. I've only done Eevee and Vaporeon so far. The rest are sketched, but the rest are just like, nah. Yes, Optics, we know that you want them. We know that you're gonna want them. We gathered. There we go. Nah, they mind so. I like how Elite's now just gonna steal all the Eevees. Jeez. There we go. 1v1 city center. Jeez. I just don't go in the city center at all anymore. There's no point. There's too many people. It's like, can we just not? I'll just not go out. That's what I'll do. It's easier that way. Okay, I do need to fix that bit under there, so I'll get that done. Because it's going to bug me if I don't fix it. Love close to optics and back. You live. Why are you saying this? I mean, I don't know. There we go. That's better. So it was just a gap and it was bugging me. Just completely bugging me, right. Merge down then. No reward. No reward, no. I don't know what we're on about. I really don't know. Read. No read. No reward, no. Is this me that can't read, or is this your phone having a go at you? I can't tell anymore. Read up. I don't know. I'm just sitting here like I don't even know what's going on anymore. There we go, right.
Hello there.
Ow. Yeah, I can remove the sketch again now. You live close to optics. They're done. There we go. You made it. I'm proud of you. You got it said. You finally managed to say it. Oh. Took you time. But you got there eventually. You got there eventually. That was literally worse than me trying to speak there. I just couldn't. And that's just like, nah. It do be Pokemons. It's always the Pokemons. Always the Pokemons. There we go. Oh snap, you're a Torchic, are you? I don't know. I don't know where the names are. Where are you? You're a seal. I think. Yeah, you look like a seal. I think you're a seal. Digimon. I never really got into Digimon. I feel like I just completely missed Digimon. And I'm kind of sad. Like, I had a game on the PlayStation 1 that was Digimon. But that's all I remember of it. Was that game and some movie. But it was just confusing to me and I never understood why. We can't speak now. I mean fair. I just like completely missed half of Digimon and it's like I don't understand. I don't understand most of Digimon. That's really how it works. Beck is a Digimon. I don't know. Beck just doesn't English. Beck doesn't function. What colour of eyes does Mike? Don't you dare follow me there. I saw it move. I saw the mic move, I don't care. Alright, what am I doing? What was I doing? Wrong mouse. In actual fact, that line's not quite right. It needs to actually be what it should be. There we go. Okay, new layer then. Elite cries and unfollows. Because of the Digimon thing. And Afro, I did see you lurking there. I saw your little Pokemon about. I've seen your little Pokemon guy dotting about in the bottom. So I've seen you going about there, Afro. I appreciate the lurk. I always look at the little Pokemon at the bottom. Torchic deserves all the love. I mean, true. That is very true. Torchic is up. Oofed. We've got a bit of a split decision on Torchic here. What are you confused at, Elite? Coffee making fair. I like her all like, Torchic deserves the love, and then just straight away, nah. Torchic needs to jump in the bin. Wow. That's harsh. Little Leo's better. Little Leo ain't even a starter. Yeeting out of the game. We're just gonna delete Torchic now. Control Alt, what is it? Alt F4 Torchic. Wow. I always remember Torchic being good because the Blaziken could learn like a lot of different types of moves. That was my mood. I think I always went Torchic because of the types of moves it could learn. So that's definitely what I did when it was Gen 3. Because the other two were kind of like, actually the other two you could have ground, but at the same time, it does get rid of the electric weakness actually. And then what was Is it Grovyle? Grovyle, I think. Well, I'm pretty sure there's one after that. But I can't remember his name, which is bugging me now. But yeah, I can't remember that one having a secondary type. But I remember Torchic was... Actually, Torchic was the first firefighting. So that is totally... I'm letting it off with being firefighting. Because it could also learn a lot of flying moves. Purely because it's a bird. You caught a shiny Gyarados yesterday. Nice. I like how I've just moved on to Pokemon conversation and it's like, go for it. That works. I mean, this chat seems to just go on Pokemon, which is, I can chat with that. I know stuff about that. Give me the white. Right, eyes, yep. Ash had to get his Pokedex complete. Has he actually got it complete yet, or is he still struggling? Because, I don't know, I've not really paid that much attention to the animes. Gather information about them. Yeah, pretty much. The fresh road, you need the information. I mean, true. To be fair, technically, most of the Pokedex was complete. Control Alt Delete all plant Pokemon, even Bulbasaur. Even actually, there's that ghost tree. I think it's Trevamp or something like that. That's a ghost grass thing, and that one's cool, quite cool. To be fair, I just like grass ones. And are we gonna get rid of the little apple dragon? We're gonna get rid of that one as well, because I like him as well, because he's dragon. Bulbasaur stays good. There's just that many. You can't delete Charmander. I mean, we could technically delete Charmander. Delete Raichu. I mean, Raichu, I suppose. I'll let you off with that one. I suppose I'll let you off with getting rid of Raichu, because Alolan Raichu can stay. Alolan Raichu can stay. But default Raichu kind of just, I don't know. Mimikyu stay. Mimikyu always stays. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Mimikyu is not up for discussion. That's where I draw a line. You can't get rid of Mimikyu. I have drawn a line there. Alright, Eevee color. I need the face. I just need this one color, thanks. Oh no, it's this one. Control Alt Delete Mimikyu. Let's not get rid of Mimikyu. Sylveon is amazing. Is that... That's the fairy Eevee, right? I like how I'm just sitting here like, that's the fairy Eevee. Yeah, I've continued to draw them. So I should technically know what Sylveon is. Because it's an Eevee, I've drawn it. 4th gen Eevee. Sylveon's Gen 4. What? I thought Gen 4 was Glaceon and Leafeon. If it's a fairy one, that's Gen... Yeah, I've got a Sylveon here. Let me get the sketch up. If I can find it. I did get a Sylveon. It's the heart one, that made sense. You evolve it with love. Alright, what color's thingies? What color of eyes does Vaporeon have? Kind of purple, okay. I can do that. I can get purple. And Ayup. And Ayup. Alright, where was I at? Sylveon is Gen... Don't do Roman numerals on me. My brain can't read in the best days. I think that's 6 though, and I think Sylveon was Gen 6. It was either Gen 6 or Gen 7. Don't bring out the Roman numerals on me. My brain does not agree with that. Especially not just now. My brain can't read Roman numerals. I mean, yeah, V equals 5, and then it's plus or minus depending on what side of the V it's on. Like, I know Roman numerals, but just now I didn't want to go over them. Because it's like, not right now, thanks. My brain can't deal with that right now. X is 10, and then there's like an M as well, and I don't know what M is. You never need to know what M is. I'm pretty sure there's a W as well, but that's like ages before you get there. You don't know the rest. I mean, see, there's an M, I know that much. W I might be making up. But that's as much as I know about Roman numerals. Like, I can figure them out, but if I'm trying to do stuff at the same time, nah. My brain's like, no, not today. It's worse than trying to read when I do stuff. Because I struggle when reading, trying to do other stuff right. I can get rid of Eevee's poor random face now. But yeah, Roman numerals are just confusing. We should all agree to never have to use them again. And just use numbers. Like, I get that we can have numbers be shorter because you can have like all the zeros by like one character. But it's still just like, let's not try more confusing things. Actually, I need Eevee's face again to get the mouth color, because I did give Eevee a mouth, didn't I? Yes, so I can get it inside the mouth. That sounds so dumb. It's like, I need to get Eevee to get the mouth color. Like, great plan. There we go. Once I get this all colored in. But honestly, Optics, the speed that I'm actually managing to get these done, it may have to be the weekend that I get them uploaded. Not gonna lie, so I do apologise that they're probably going to be later than normal. Than they should be. Because I definitely thought I'd get more of them done today than just, like, these two. Definitely thought that. So birthday. That's not how it works, Optics. That's not how it works. Oh. Right, I can remove the sketch now. So I do not need the sketch. Everything's done. Actually, I might need to remove the face as well whilst I select the area. Birthday discount. You're getting a discount for the fact that it's going on Etsy. What more kind of discount do you want? That's literally a mood. No, that was the original plan. What is all the smudges? Like, why is there a load of smudges here? I don't know. I really don't understand why there's smudges, and that's gonna bug me. Unless it's just bits that I've like missed out. But I can still see the colour inside it, so I don't know. I'll work with it and try and figure it out. Beck won't be nice to me. I mean, I don't know. Do you? I mean, I guess both, but coffee's probably better for you, in a sense. Technically. Ow. god, Elite's got magic now, does he? That's dangerous. That do be dangerous. Elite with magic. That'd be very dangerous, actually. Hey, Roy, how you doing? How was, I believe, possibly work? I can't remember what it was you said you were doing. So I do apologize that I can't remember that. How was it? Whatever it was. Work meeting. I knew it was work related. See, that's big brain. I'm good at remembering some things. Sometimes my brain works. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. Beck has a big brain for a change. Definitely for a change. I agree with that bit. Never normally. But today apparently, not even today, just like that split second. It'll be back to normal in a minute. But it'll totally be back to normal in a minute. It's never gonna stay big brain forever. Ow. Optics, are you just gonna grass on me to everyone? Is that what this is? Just gonna grass on me to literally everyone. That's totally what this is. Beck being a meanie. Beck's not being a meanie. If that's what it takes. I mean, it's only gonna hinder your efforts. To be honest. Just a thought. But they're definitely going to take longer than I thought they would, which is fun. Petition for optics to get free commissions. Petition for that is not going to do anything. Unless you manage to get Twitch on the side of it. That Vaporeon describes your emotions. Now that's sad. That do be sad. Ugh. You're exhausted emotion. I definitely feel that as well, to be fair. Now where's the black outline there? Give me the blue bit. You won't see the benefit of having them. You're right, I don't see the benefit of having them. You're 100% right. That means free promotion for you in your streams. It does. But exposure don't pay the bills. We've got to think of that one. That's one thing you gotta think on. Exposure don't pay the bills. I totally missed bits on this. Alright. Dark bits. Also, was there an also? You'll pay 20. You're really trying on this, aren't you, Optics? You're really trying. You really are. You definitely really are. I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, what have I clicked on? Nah. Ow. But yeah, that's like one thing I see a lot of like kind of big people doing. It's like if I've seen, yeah, like with the artist thing, I've seen people like with artists be like, "Oh, I'll give you exposure," and it's like, exposure don't pay bills. But yeah, like, I've seen that a lot, and it's just like exposure does not pay bills. The amount of people that seem to think that it does, it's like it doesn't. Like it very much is that. But it is always like bigger people that don't see like why they would have to buy art. But yeah, it would be overpriced. He'd probably put them on Etsy for like that. Like I genuinely don't know how much to put them on for Etsy purely because like my normal price compared to what some Etsy people do, it's like oh my god. But yeah. Because if I was to charge, let's say, my normal price on these, so like full price for like only one person using them, it literally would be, are you underselling yourself? To be honest, probably. But at the same time, like normally if I'm, he does charge based on complexity. That is also accurate, but yeah. The amount of time that I take on some things versus how much I charge, I definitely undercharge myself. But whoops. But yeah, with the Etsy side, I've seen how much like other people have them for, and I'm sitting here like, that's so low compared to what I was doing. But I get that because it is pre-mades and not custom mades, I definitely need to figure that out in terms of how much to actually sell pre-mades rather than custom ones. Like that's where I've got to figure out the different bit. Etsy is trash for profits. I definitely say that. Mainly because Etsy do take quite a big cut. I've seen that. I've seen already that Etsy take quite a bit for all their handling fees and stuff. It's like, nah. You'll get the feeling that. I mean, that's true. Ow. Bear with, I'm just stretching. How much have you spent on me? I don't know. I can't remember. There's at least a lot. Does that work? Is that a good explanation? That's all I know. Redeem a stretch. I mean, I should just redeem it myself, to be honest. But I mean, English optics. I think I did your wolf thing, didn't I? If I remember right. I think I remember that right. And Elite, you've definitely had quite a few. Definitely quite a few. Yeah, because I think I did two different colours on the word because I didn't know what you wanted. But that just still counted as one, basically. Definitely a lot. And then I'm pretty sure you've still got more that I'm needing to do, Elite, I think. Yes, you do. Because there's... yeah, that is all of them. But then it's still the other... I can't remember how many I don't do. Ah. But I know there was definitely a lot. I know that much. We can negotiate. I like how you're still trying to haggle here. Like some people. Jeez. See, Beck, by the time you're done, I mean, if that's how much you're willing to pay, go for it. If that's how much you're willing to pay. I'll not stop you there. No, in total by next year, fair. That's a noise, but I want to finish this bit. I know that that's dumb. I just want to finish this bit first. Where's the noise gone? Where's my window for seeing what the noise was? Right, I appreciate the bits. We stand our Beck.exe stopped working. That's what happened. My brain was just like, nah, not today. My brain's genuinely just shut off. It was as soon as I saw it, it was like, broken. My brain's died. Are you... Am I a seal? I mean, apparently so. I just died. He's a Scottish pirate. I mean, fair. I'll take that one. I would take that one, but at the same time it's like, meh. Take it upon yourself. Fair. And by next week you'll see pirate merch out. There won't be. Like, not yet anyway. Ow. Oh, there we go. What was I even doing? Yes. All the yes. What was I doing? What bit am I on? Oh, I'm on that bit. Okay. See, literally, my brain just gave up there. Like, what bit am I on? There. Thank you, people. What are we on about? Yes, heart to you. Elite Restream mod chat. Elite. What the heck? That Vaporeon looks cool though. I mean, it does. I'm definitely. Like, that's what I mean. Like, this time that I'm taking on these ones compared to, like. Compared to a lot of the ones at the time that I take on my own ones. It's definitely something. You need Vaporeon in life. I mean, get a little plush one. To be fair, I'd have like all of the Eevee's plushes if I could. I totally would. I really would have all the Eevee plushes, I don't even care. I don't know where I'd put them, but I'd have them. How much am I bargaining? I literally will just have to like go through Etsy and try and figure out how much other people are selling for. So I will work that logic. And then what I'll do to get you discount is I'll figure out how much Etsy charge me and then take that off of whatever price and you can go like straight to me so that you don't have to deal with the Etsy fees. That's my logic. Because you know me and you know how to contact me, I'll like make sure that we can get rid of the Etsy fees for that. Because that's big brain. That'd definitely be big brain. I like how we're all just like having big brain moments. What are we even on about? Just kidding. Pay you double to... I mean, if you want to do that, pay double to help, to make me not help, totally go for it. I'm good with that. Don't think Optics would be okay with that though. I think that's maybe a bit mean. Might have the size down a little bit more. I heard a noise and I don't know what it is. I'll check it in a moment. Because I don't know what it is. Where's the thing that's got the open thing? I appreciate the follow, Several Barbecue. How is it going? I like how it's just, I heard a noise and I have to go check it. That's always what this is. Just, I heard a noise, let me go check. It's like, great plan. Do you really want to keep making me go check noises? Because that was a different noise. Where is it? I appreciate the... I can't even English. I appreciate the bits, Roy. Again. Stop breaking me. I'd appreciate you breaking me less. Check out the bit. You are a child. That's... Nice. Almost spit out your water. I'm just sitting here like... I'm literally sitting here like, I'm disappointed in you, but I'm not. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. Oh, we're getting ad time, are we? Oh, that's the wrong colour. Bear with, I've clicked the wrong colour. Okay, I will do ad time in just a moment, though. Oh no, not the ads. Yes, I know, there is ads. Where's the ads? You're making me go find a button that I don't know where the ads are. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we've clicked it. So, I don't know who's getting ads and who's not, because I know that subs don't get ads or something like that. I know there's some weird stuff like that. So, I will keep speaking. Definitely. I will continue the mouth, because that's just the mouth. And then say it on the next bit. No ad, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. But, I don't know if subs get ads. I know that much. I think subs don't get the ads. So you might be fine. But I don't know. I'm just still chatting because I don't know how the ads work. Subs don't. Well, there we go. I'll just keep chatting and go for it. I'll be slower. Subs don't. That's good to know. I did think that was the case, but I never knew. Your settings anyway. I don't know my settings. You don't either apparently, so oofed. Optics cheating the system. I don't know that noise. That's a follow noise, I think. Where's the button gone? I'm like, why do I have to keep switching tabs everywhere? That's not a follow, Roy. That's not a follow. What are you doing? I appreciate that. Alright, where's the... I keep going on like different windows. I can't even re-chat anymore. Where is it? Need to sub. Is that what we say? I don't know. I don't know, but I do appreciate that, Roy. There's too many tabs. I don't know where... It's not even too many tabs. It's just not even too many... It's just that I can't read and keep getting stuck with them. There's no English there. Right, okay, what am I doing? Doing wrong. I don't even know what... My brain's just not working. My brain's genuinely like, nah, don't know what it's doing. Right, where am I going? Circle, because why not? Nothing wrong with gifted. There do be nothing wrong with gifted. It still counts. And you still get the emotes. And that's really the only reason people sub. Which technically there will be new ones coming. Because you got your Chinese New Year one. And as of tomorrow is apparently Chinese New Year. So technically... Hey Bella B, how's it going? But yeah, you've got your Chinese New Year one, which is tomorrow, I believe. So whenever that one runs out, there would be one that's tomorrow. But yes, hello from Scotland, Bella B, because there's Scotland here. Like, even then, you don't have to optics. Like, don't feel you have to. None of you should feel you have to. Like, it helps, but at the same time, it's not a thing that you need to. Let me get the undo button. I don't even know if you can see a color difference on stream, but I just know that in my head I'm seeing it. I know that I can see a slight color difference, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Great English yet again. I just can't speak. I can never speak. Where am I going? I don't even know what's going in chat anymore. Right, the purple bit, and then we'll put the layer back. I'm confused why auto mod doesn't pick it up when there's a star in it. I really am confused at that one. Because I feel like auto mod should recognize that star. Definitely should have probably recognized that. I don't know. I appreciate the follow, Dazard Darren. You might either just get Dazard or Darren. I hope either of those are okay. Because my brain struggled to do the whole thing. So, you can get that. That's what we'll say. You can have the both, like one of the two. That's what I'm trying to say there. If I can even English yet again. Dar is fine too. Dar might also work. Darzard. Oh, it's Darzard. I didn't even recognize the first R. I didn't process that there was an R at the front. Because I did Dazard rather than Darzard. Which my brain still can't do. My brain still can't do Darzard, so I don't know. I don't know these things. What am I even doing? I blanked on what I'm doing again. Right, the eyes were done, but I didn't actually do the shading around the eye. That's where I didn't do. Or actually the white in the tears, yeah. I'll do the very light in the tears. That's a good plan. BRB, that's all good. You come and go as you please. You don't have to be stuck here. I'm not gonna hold you here against your will. I could, but I'm not gonna. That's definitely something I'm not gonna do. Although to be fair, I probably should. But let's not go there. But yeah, a lot of people's names I just can't read right. My brain's like, what is that name? But it's probably because I can't even read anyway. Like, I can, but it's just like terrible. I can't read things like really quickly. Even though I try, I shouldn't. I shouldn't even try. Because it just means that my brain's like making a mess of like every name and every message. But I just prefer to like try and read them quickly. Because then that way they get a quicker response than me trying to process it and then think of said reply. But that's just how my brain works. It's rather like... See, my brain's died again on what it's trying to figure out. Always does that. Always does. What was I even doing? What's missing? The nose. I've not done anything with the nose yet. That's what we've not done. When it loads. If it loads, being the better thing. There we go. Now I did have a nose colour somewhere with Eevee. Which is not even that layer, it's this one. I'm gonna mute because there's a sneeze coming. There we go. I think I caught the mute in time. I think. I will say it definitely hurt, regardless. Have I even picked like a wrong color? I totally have, haven't I? I didn't even pick up the color, what? Jeez, I'm an idiot. There we go. Now we got the color. Of course I just wouldn't pick up the color. Like, why would I do that? Why would I make any sense and do these things? Okay, where's outlines there, so a new layer above and have it be white. Where's Eevee's eye shine? Okay, that's definitely a bit disconcerting with Eevee there. I see a hydrate spam. I'm not even gonna say I see a hydrate. I'm just gonna say I see a hydrate spam. There is at least 2. That's all I know so far. There will probably be more coming knowing my luck. Just 2, okay. And a posture check. That makes sense. Wouldn't let you do more. I think I've got some sort of timer on that. I don't know. I don't know how I set it up, and I don't know how to turn it off. So apparently there's now a timer. You're poor, give you channel points. I don't actually know how to give people channel points, or even if I can. I genuinely don't know if I can give channel points, and that's the sad thing. Because I would. But I don't know how to. And that's the sad truth. Okay, I know that I was meant to have some sort of bubbles on this one as well. So if I now just remove every single layer and get the sketch back, I can now try and get the bubbles in. Oh, I'm pulling cables out. That's not good. Because I could just kill something. Like, I could kill the stream by pulling the wrong cable. And that's not a good thing. Okay, where's the layer? Bubbles. Okay. What are you doing? Breaking things, apparently. But also getting bubbles. For Eevee. Not Eevee, Vaporeon. Would help if I actually did them in the black outline rather than white. Although actually a white outline around the bubble might work. Now that I'm thinking. Nah, I'll keep it black outline. Although there's an easier way to do this. Now that I'm thinking. 'Cause I'm pretty sure on one of the layers, the eyes, yep, that one, I've got different colours. Because of the different colours of like water. Even though Vaporeon is a water Pokemon, I've got different colours of water. So I can work with this. And just like try and get the size big enough. Like so. I'll just paste them down. Now I get the other colour for the inside of it. It's this big brain. And then try and get it like there. And this one's probably about there as well. And same concept. See, this is big brain. That's what this is. Somehow I'm doing a big brain. Don't know how, but let's not complain. Because it's totally not cheating. You just shut yourself. Okay. Like out of your PC or something? Well, out of your phone anyway. Or was that an auto mod? Or an autocorrect even? That would also make sense. If it was an autocorrect, that would make sense. Forgot your PlayStation was on and your PlayStation pad disconnected. Makes sense. Work smarter, not harder. I mean, pretty much. I feel like you've said that a lot of times in my streams. I feel like it's always you that's saying work smarter, not harder. But I mean, if I was working smarter, I would have just not copied and pasted. I would have just, what's the word? What's the word? I would have copied it. I would have done but one bubble and copied and pasted it everywhere. That's what I would have done. Because then with this being on a different layer, I could put a layer style and have a stroke around it. Maybe not that big. Maybe like 6 would do. Because then once I've done it all, I can actually figure out how to like get the... What's the word? What's the word? Like once I've done... Nope. Not coming in. My brain's just not... Yeah, once I've done all of the bubble detail stuff like that, I can then check what works in terms of white outline or black outline. That's what I'm trying to say. But my brain's not letting me. My brain is very much like, nope, not today. And Blazing sneaking in with another raffle, as always. And as always, I try and announce it to make it not just an easy win. Which is annoying for many people involved. Mainly Blazing. Probably. I've seen quite a few people join. I should just join them all myself. That's what I should do. That's totally what I should do. Okay, let's get the outline. Where's the outline? There. Okay, so where's paint? What's paint layer? That eye shine. That's what that is. Okay. So I go back into this, and then we can see what the white outline of it would look like. If it even wants to work. To be honest, that actually does work. I think the white does look better than the other one. So where's the sketch? Vaporeon sketch, remove. Then there's a Vaporeon and Eevee. So that's apparently all we've done today. But you know what, I'm going to save that so that I don't lose anything. Need to see your watch time in your stream. I doubt it's near 18 hours, but I don't know. That's a lot of your life you're not getting back. That's definitely what I'll say. But we are about to raid, once I figure someone out to raid. Once I see who's on. Once I see who's on. I want to see who's on and who's doing what. Apparently you're playing Destiny 2 now. Who knows? Who else is on? Just want to see who's on and who's doing what before I decide. Well, we've got someone doing art, so you know what? I'm gonna go there. Because that just makes sense. That just makes so much sense to me. So that's where I'm going. That's where we're going. So we're gonna start that raid. I appreciate all you guys coming along. And if you do got my emotes, spam them when you get there. I still don't know if they've got auto mod or whatever. But that's exactly where I'm going. And I do appreciate all you guys coming. Small Destiny 2 stream. Elite, go for it, why not? But with that, we are going to go and raid. Oh, we need a chat. Yes, we do need a chat. That's true. So yes, we're way to go and raid. I appreciate all you guys coming.